Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So today we're going to be testing out the new Makeup Forever HD, I think it's Hydra Glow. It's a long name. Skin Hydra Glow Hydrating Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid. Now, you guys know I am the queen of glowy foundation, so I was super excited to test this one out. I don't have the regular HD Skin foundation to test or compare it with because I don't like that one. I have tested that out. It's a little too matte. It's a little too dry for me. So this review will be coming from a glowy foundation gal. You know I love my glowy foundations. It does retail for $47. Let's see. It says best for dry, combo, normal skin. I do have dry skin. It is good for uneven texture. It has hydrating, hyaluronic acid, a natural finish, and 86% skincare based foundation with a medium coverage and naturally luminous finish that hydrates, smooths, and visibly plumps and brightens skin. The finish is natural and radiant, free of parabens, all that stuff, and a consumer perception study of 32 subjects. 32, that's kind of not a lot, right? 97% showed smoother skin, 94% showed brighter skin, 94% showed more radiant skin. So that is what I'm going to be looking at. There's nothing really on here about wear time, but I will be wearing this throughout the day. It is 8:30 in the morning. Hold on. I don't know when I will post this, but it is 8:30 in the morning right now. I did pick up two different shades. I'm not sure which one will be better for me, but I got the shade 2Y32 and then 2R28, which I believe are both in the medium skin range. Huge range, I will say that. I picked these up at Sephora. These are made in France, so I'm super excited about that as well. And they are 30 milliliters, 1.01 fluid ounces. Does it have a shelf life on here? I believe it is 6 month shelf life. I need more than that from a foundation, but that's all right. I'm not gonna let that impair my judgment. Anyway, so I do want to I have no makeup on, no primers, nothing. I do like the packaging. It's very just makeup artisty, glass, heavy duty. It feels not luxe, but it doesn't feel cheap, which again, for like makeup artisty vibe lately, I feel like things have kind of gotten to be sort of chintzy looking from like makeup, but not chintzy, but just not like, I like the way this looks anyways. It is a pump, which I also like. So I'm just gonna, oh yes, it's got the drip effect. It's got the drip effect. So that one was 2R28. I don't know which one of these is gonna work better, but one of my favorite, and then this is 2Y32, and I just got the other one all over the place. I might have to mix them, but the fact that it's got this, yep, I think this is gonna be good. It does say you can go in with like a wet blender, but for today's purpose of just like reviewing it, not having anything else going on, I think I'm just gonna use like a little spongy, which is how I typically put my foundation on nowadays. All right, I am going in with this shade first, 2R28. I think it just looks like it's more of a match for me. Right now, my favorite glowy foundation is this one right here, the Say. As you can see, she is well loved. This one is made in the US though. A lot of Say products are made in Italy, but their foundation is not. I don't think the Makeup Forever has any scent. Maybe just a little bit of like a fresh scent, but I do think though, like when summer comes around, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, that I will probably gravitate towards the other shade. So I am glad I got both shades. I do agree. I think it's a very skin-like. It really just meshes into the skin. Kind of like just melts into the skin. I think there is a little bit of blurring too. There is a little bit of blurring, which you usually don't get. Yeah, no. There is some, this is kind of interesting. So it is a radiant, it is a little bit brightening, and it's very luminous, but it also has a little bit like of a blurring effect, which typically you don't get in radiant luminous foundations. So that's interesting. Like it's definitely minimizing some of the lines, fine lines on my forehead. I just want to go over a little bit more to see if I can get that blurred out even more. Yeah. This is nice. This is very nice. I really just like how it melts into the skin so much. It's definitely giving me some radiance, a little bit of a brightening effect. I wouldn't say it mimics the effects. It says Hydra Skin Booster Complex, which is trademark, mimics the hydrating effect of a sheet mask. I wouldn't say it's like that hydrating feeling, that it mimics the effects of a sheet mask. However, I do feel that it is very skin-like. I don't even feel like I have foundation on my skin right now. It's a very skin-like and it is hydrating. I just want to put some on my hand to show you guys like how it just kind of transforms into the skin. Like, do you see how it kind of like just melts in there? But also like blurring and providing coverage, but you almost don't even see like the line between, and then once you let it sort of melt in, it just becomes more and more transformative and more skin-like. That's crazy. Now you can't even tell there's foundation on my hand. That's wow. 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 Wow, okay. You can't even tell that there's really foundation on my hand, except for like maybe where it gathers by my knuckles. But like that is crazy how it just literally melts into the skin. All right, you guys, I'm excited. I am gonna run some errands. I have a lot to do today. I have some more filming to do, so I'm gonna keep this on. I don't know if I'm gonna run errands or film or what, or edit maybe, but I have a lot to do today. To me, like, I don't really think wear tests are necessary. However, I do understand the importance of how a foundation wears, especially if you're like in the healthcare field where you're wearing masks or you're on the go, if you work at a gym or whatever and you're sweating. I get why people would want to see how it wears and how long it lasts. This doesn't have any claims about how long it lasts. It does, however, say that it is sweat proof and waterproof. So it's actually 62 degrees here in New York today. Like, I cannot believe it. Like, it's crazy warm. So I'm gonna also walk the little pumpkins. We're gonna take a nice long walk because it's really nice and sunny and warm. So that'll be a true test. I may even like try to like do some more like jogging or something to try to really get my sweat levels up. So I might check back after I take a little jog and I'm good and sweaty because I do sweat a lot. So anyway, I'll check back a couple times throughout the day and I will keep you updated on how this wears. But anyway, I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on and then I will come back and then update you guys throughout the day with how, you know, the foundation and everything wears. All right, you guys, so my makeup is on and I think this foundation is really pretty. I don't know if I like it as much as I say. I'm not gonna lie, but I do think it's really nice for like a hydrating radiant foundation. So like I said, I have a lot of stuff to do today. I will check back. I'll check back a little bit. I just want to pop on here with my makeup on, with the foundation fully on, and yeah, we'll see how it wears throughout the day. All right, you guys, so I am checking back in on the foundation. It is now almost 1 o'clock. So it's been about 5 hours. I am noticing like it picking up a little bit around the mouth area. Let me just see. It's starting to crease a little bit, like right here. But overall, I think it's doing pretty well. Like, considering, I think it is getting into like the creases a little bit. Try to just zoom in here a little bit more. So yeah, like it's coming up a little bit in some spots. Like around my nose. It's definitely creasing a little bit in here. I feel like it's not as luminous as it was either. This area still is looking really good though. I mean, I guess it is. It is looking pretty darn good. I mean, we're like 5 hours in, so I think it looks pretty good. But again, I don't know how it compares to like my favorites say. It's a little bit heavier than that. The Say is a little bit more lightweight. This is pretty lightweight though. But I feel like like when you first put it on is the wow factor. And now after a few hours, it kind of is feeling more just like a really nice, like lightweight foundation. You know what I mean? And if I were to compare this to like some of my other favorites as of recently, like I really enjoyed the Laura Mercier, even though when that first came out, all the YouTubers were like trashing it and I was one of the only people who liked it, and now it's like viral on TikTok. So I would like to do a comparison with that one. I guess here's my thing. I don't feel like, at first it looks really beautiful and radiant, but I don't know that it's like a glow. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel that it's that glowy compared to the original Skin HD foundation. Yeah, it definitely is more luminous and radiant than that one. But I don't know that I would classify this in with like the serum-y, glowy foundations that I love. But I am going to take a walk, so that'll be like the true test. And I will come back one more time in a few hours and we will see for ourselves like how it holds up as far as the waterproof, sweatproof claims, because that's a big one. Like if it really is waterproof and sweatproof, then like we got ourselves a winner. Okay, it is 6:05 and I am beat. I want to get these lashes off because I wouldn't normally work out in these or take a walk or jog in these, but I wanted to keep them on to film. Anyway, my final thoughts on the foundation are I didn't think it was possible for foundation to be waterproof or sweatproof, but I honestly, let me just zoom in. I did sweat. It held up pretty good. It held up pretty good. There's, you know, it came up a little bit on my nose, a little bit on the sides here, you know, down here, but honestly, that is to be expected. And like, if you're not really up close looking at this, you want to be able to tell. Like, I don't think you'd be able to tell in pictures really that much. So I think it is a contender. It could be a good option for like an event or wedding foundation. Not my favorite as far as, like I said, glowy serum-y foundations. I do think that I do enjoy this a lot better than the other Skin HD, the matte or whatever the other one is. I do enjoy this formula a lot better. It is more lightweight feeling. It is more skincare kind of esque. I still, again, when it say it's skincare, like my Rose Ink, my Chanel, the CoverGirl is, yeah, the new CoverGirl. Check out that review if you haven't checked it out. My Say, you know, some of those are more skin-like to me, but I think that this is a step in the right direction for Makeup Forever. I do think it's a really nice foundation. I love what makes it unique, okay? What makes it unique and kind of one of a kind that I don't think I've experienced yet is the fact that it does have a bit of radiance and luminosity and glow, but it also blurs. It also blurs without feeling dry or cakey. So I'm, you know, one time where it's impossible. I don't care what people say, but like, unless you wear a foundation for a good solid 3 weeks, which unfortunately I test out so many foundations. I'm not going to wear the same foundation every single day. But honestly, like, people that say they know for sure, I'm never going to come across that way, because again, unless you wear this foundation in different weather climates, in different like circumstances, different humidity, you know what I mean? Like, in different things that you're doing in your everyday life, you will not know unless you've worn a foundation for over a month. However, I do feel confident in saying that this is a very nice foundation. I can tell from my experience with foundations, my experience reviewing makeup, this is a very, very nice, good foundation. For me, it could be a little bit more skincare-like, a little bit more serum-y, a little bit more hydrating feeling. But again, I love the fact that it's got blur in it. And most foundations that are radiant and luminous and have a dewy skincare type of a vibe do not blur at all. So I think that this is nice. I think that this would be probably a good option for like an event or for a wedding, because that's another thing I forgot to mention. It is sweatproof and waterproof. I didn't think it was. You guys, I literally took like a very power walk around the neighborhood, and like I said, it was really warm here today in New York. It was like 60 something degrees, and with the sun beating down, and I had like my little scarfy thing. And then on top of that, right as I came into the house, I like put water. I like drizzled water on my face from my water bottle. It is waterproof and sweatproof. It is. So that kind of puts it in a league all of its own. Yeah. If you're somebody that works in tense situations, if you sweat a lot, if you know you're going to be doing something that requires like heavy lifting, you're going to sweat, or if you're swimming, then yeah, I think this kind of would beat out some other foundations, because there's not many foundations that I know of that have like this glow, but that also are waterproof and sweatproof. So I think they did a really good job. Makeup Forever never disappoints. This is no exception. I will say though, I personally, just so you know, from where I do not like the other foundation, the regular original matte one. I don't like that one from them. So with that in mind, I do really like this one, and I do think it serves a purpose. I think for the most part, it fits the claims that they are stating online, and I think that this would be a good foundation for every day. It's not too cakey, it's not too heavy, it's not, I would say it's it's good coverage, but you can still see your skin through the coverage. So in that regards, I give it a thumbs up. I think it's a good foundation. I would, like I said, I'd have to like wear it week after week to know if it's going to be like my be all end all as far as foundations, because there's been some really good ones that have come out, even affordable options as well. I do have to say though, this is nice, and I do like the luxe packaging on this. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts on this foundation. If you have any like further questions, feel free to drop it in the comment box down below, because I know, you know, everybody's skin is different, and you might have, you know, like a certain condition or a certain question that you have as far as foundations go. So feel free to ask me questions, and don't forget to say hello and let me know what your thoughts are on this foundation. Like, maybe I'm not giving it enough credit. Maybe it's showing up like really nice and I can't see it, or just the opposite. Maybe to me, you know, it looks like it's a good foundation, but to you guys at home, you're like, oh, what's so special about this? What is she talking about? So yeah, spill it down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Oh, and also let me know if you're liking these foundation reviews, because I'm going to try to do more and more of them. All right. Bye-bye.